Hello and welcome to your daily oracle reading for Thursday, May 21st, 2020. I'm Linda The Lightworker. I'm a shamanic practitioner. I focus on living your life purpose, being good to yourself, really honoring your personal commitment so that you can grow every day and expand and be the best person that you can be. It's about doing your inner work. So if you're interested in that kind of stuff, check out me in the description box. LindaTheLightWorker.com is my website. Also, my email is LindaTheLightWorker@gmail.com. If you want to reach out to me, I'll get back to you just as soon as I can. All right, let's jump into today's cards. This is a general reading for all of us, especially during this time of COVID. We're all in this together, and really, what a great time for us to be looking at ourselves and working on ourselves so that we can grow and expand and have richer relationships with us and with our family and with those we love. So our first card today, dun dun dun, is the Devil. Oh boy. Now, I'm using the World Spirit Tarot deck by Lauren O'Leary. That information's in my description box. But here we go. Look at this Devil. Well, there's a lot going on here. This isolation has been a time for us to really be faced with our own demons. And this card, the invitation here today, is to look at your obsessions. What are your obsessions? And I mean, we're talking your shadow side, your darkness. Perhaps you haven't stepped into a 12-step program yet, or you're thinking about it, or you're not sure, like all your friends have, what's the matter with them, right? And maybe you're wondering why, maybe it's you. Maybe you are the one who needs to step in a 12-step program. Listen, only you know what's right for you. But this is a time for you to really notice your obsession. So where do your compulsive behaviors lie? This is going to require you to really look at your desires and look at where there may be shame with the desires that you're choosing for whatever reason. It doesn't mean that your desire is shameful, but you might have a shame-triggered response, or maybe it's something that might not be in your best interest. I often think of the beautiful Philip Seymour Hoffman, who was fighting his own demons daily and yet kept showing up and doing his best when he was in front of the camera. So you never know what's going on behind the scenes with anyone, any place, at any time. He had his demons. So know what your demon is. Often obsession, compulsive behavior is tied to the demon. Now this could be with shopping. I know many of my soul family are secret shoppers and might want to spend money. That's how I went through financial ruin being a shopper. I recognize the signs in myself. And so that's really something to just notice where your compulsion is, where you have shame. It could be around food, sex, money, relationships, sexuality, any kind of dark, deviant behaviors, anything you might not want to share. In a general setting, there may be shame around it. So the opportunity here for you is to really look at that shadow side of you, really pay attention to where your demon is, and then when it arises, because you perhaps know your compulsion better than anyone else, offer it a new choice with wisdom and something that brings no shame. It's about bringing light into those dark areas so that you don't need to feel any sense of shame or regret or any of the shadowy emotions. Just accept what your demon is. And then, coming to that place of acceptance is when opportunity to change emerges. But first, you must be willing to look at it. So this is a no denial day. You got to really just take a good look in the mirror, know where it is, know what your darkness is, because this is going to be an opportunity for you to make peace with yourself. And peace is what all we ever want. Because here's what's going to happen. if you are unwilling, this is the Five of Cups, if you're unwilling to really look at your darkness and your shadow side, it is without certainty. No, that's not right. It's with certainty. That's it. That it will lead you to making choices that will bring you despair, or to, again, I keep seeing these with these number fives of repeating a behavior over and over and over. Oh, we're still in Taurus. Oh, Taurus, I love you so much. But sometimes they repeat the same problem over and over. How did I recreate this? So to not recreate this time, now look up here at this horse. This is not where their attention is, but you got to put your attention on, that's not a horse, that's a unicorn, ready to ride you off into Wonderland. Like, you really need to pull out of this repeating of the same behavior and jumping on the happy bus, of really stepping out of that pattern or behavior so that you can step into your full potential. And I call that the happy bus, because it's really about making that choice that brings no shame, no guilt, no remorse. You can do it without regret, no regrets. So if you're having a lot of regrets, or, a lot of people's shadow side just leads to a life full of regret and festering. When you fester on that, you're overthinking that pain or shame of the past or whatever is lost now that cannot be recovered. You might be just, some might have turned to an unhealthy behavior and just reliving the past over and over, this stepping into this time of COVID, of this painful time, living in this false sense of grief. I'm hearing false grief out there. All right, why is all that? Because this is your opportunity to step into your future. Step and see how this, you've been working on, okay, let's say, all right, I'm going to say, let's say you're in recovery and you slipped up. Let's say you weren't eating sugar at all. And then suddenly the box of chocolate showed up as that demon, and you were like, no, I'm just going to have one. I know I can do just one, and then one leads to two, and then 10, and then that demon of that, you go into that shame cycle of, oh great, I went 72 days without sugar, and here I am all sugared up, and then you're in the emotion of the sugar, right? Riding the sugar ride, the ups and the downs, the crashes of the sugar. You're crashing from sugar, you go back, you have more sugar, right? But your first light is going to be saying, hey, you know what? I messed up. I got on that sugar ride. All right, I admit it. I admit I got on that sugar ride. But you know what? I know that I feel so much better. Start your focus wheel of your new behavior you want. I know that I feel so much better when I'm eating the natural sugars for me, nothing that's pre-fed, no, for me, the sugar, this is just the sugar story, right? But really stepping and nurturing this new growth. Here is this new growth on your path that will lead to more excitement, will really lead you to your creative energy, will lead you to new paths of discoveries day and night, will be awakened for you, new information coming through. This is card about tremendous possibility, and you know it because you know where your demon is. You know your demon. You can look your devil in the eye and say, I never wanted a Grammy, right? So I didn't sell my song to the devil because I didn't need a statue to know that I wrote a great song. I did write a great song once, and it's still sung, and it's about kittens playing, and it's very catchy. I'm not going to sing it here, but you're going to want to know it's called Run and Jump and Play. And listen, it's catchy. It's a great song. All right, so you don't need a statue to know that you've done a good job, but you do need to know where your devil is and how you stay on your path. So recognize your weaknesses does not mean that you are stepping into a shame cycle. It's about acknowledging what you cannot control. You know it's a demon path for you, whatever it is, sugar, shopping, substance, doesn't matter. It could be anything. Whatever it is that puts you in that place of feeling regret and shame, that's where the opportunity is to grow and expand, make better choices. And remember, today, I claim it. I make better choices. I accept myself. I forgive myself for my past. And I step into this renewed energy, this renewed focus of commitment to myself, because I don't want to be that person. I want to be this person. And it's loving that shadowy side of us that allows us to step into our energy, our light. This is the first light card, and the message here is beginning a new cycle. So if you don't want to repeat these same problems over and over again, you must start with the change. You have to be the change you want to see. Start fresh. Forgive yourself. It doesn't matter when you start fresh. Start fresh right now. This moment is the most present moment you're going to have all day. So it's the best place to start. So just forgive yourself and say, hey, you know what? I've made mistakes, but I'm growing, I'm changing, I'm evolving, and I'm doing the best I can. So just hang in there, little tomato. You've done a good job. Know your devils. Know where it is. And then you don't have to, well, we'll talk about that later. It's important to know your devil. That darkness and light do work together. All right, my dear. That's our reading for today. If you're one of the first timers coming by or popping in just to see, thanks for making it this long. Why don't you go ahead and be unlike the 40% of you. Is it 48% of my, I think it's 48% of my viewers don't subscribe. So hit the subscription button just for the hell of it. You don't have to put on the notifications, but that'd be nice if you wanted to subscribe. But it's your life. Do what you want to do. I'm not worried about it. All right, my dear. I love you. Take good care of you today. Drink a lot of water. Know the sugar. Easy on the sugar there. All right, I love you. Have a great day, and I look forward to seeing you next time.